Leading our bulletin, outgoing Cabinet Minister Mrs. Lim Hui Hua says the transformation of the People's Action Party has to be in substance and not just words. She says the true test of success would be whether the PAP can effectively reach out to people. Mrs. Lim, who's Singapore's first female minister, announced her retirement from politics following her team's defeat in the recent general election. Joanne Chan has more.
A brief conference to look back on her public service career and to examine the PAP's defeat in Aljunied GRC. Mrs. Lim said the election was a really tough fight. During the campaign, she said her PAP team began to understand the full extent of unhappiness.
Because they are not listened to sufficiently, that the party continues to make policies using its own intellect and reasoning, and sometimes does not seem to listen.
Mrs. Lim admitted she was surprised that the resentment ran so deep, but she said her team respects the decision of the voters.
There will always be gaps that in the way we serve the residents that can be addressed. But it is quite clear to us that the outcome is not because of that. That might have changed the result marginally. In fact, I think the Workers' Party themselves said as much, that this is really a national battle.
On how the PAP might try to win back Aljunied at the next election, she said there are a lot of unknown factors. Mrs. Lim said she has no plans to contest in the next general election in 2016. She said she has spent 15 years in public service, which she called a reasonable stretch. She added that she'll be 57 by the next election and believes that a younger person should lead the constituency. For now, Mrs. Lim said she's taking a break. She also doesn't rule out a return to the financial or corporate sector.